Story number two. Amazon is not playing with your Black Friday. Amazon is here. They did the Black Friday thing. People were going nuts over how much was spent on their big Black Friday football game. Basically, they've got their own football game now. And everybody can say, hey, what are you doing this Friday? 'Cause I'm going to watch the football game on Amazon Black Friday game. I don't know. I haven't been into sports really big lately, but the idea that Amazon's got all your watch information and watch data and can feed you very specific content based on how you watch. This is something that the Super Bowl hasn't had. This is something that Monday Night Football doesn't have in this way. Only Amazon has it because they're watching you stream. They've got your account. They know what your habits are. So this is a whole new level of let's pump money into this. And Amazon's doing other things, but Theo, well, let's start off with the Black Friday one because this is what we started discussing it with before the show started.
Yeah, man. So high level Black Friday this year, let's see, it was spending popped around 7.5% above what it was a year earlier. So it reached almost $10 billion in the US, which is a record. A lot of people spent a lot of money on Black Friday, Mr. Benja. So there you go. It was one of those things, and just in general. Is it pent up demand? I guess inflation is not hurt. It is hurting people, but I'm feeling it. I don't know about you, Mr. Benja. We'll talk later about the streaming services I starting to cut off. I'll get to that point. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so Black Friday was, growing, but 2022, I guess in the 2022, people felt some inflation, but made it so like they can spend a little bit more. So maybe that was it. But Black Friday in general, Mr. Benja, I mean, I was on a plane at the time when it was on. I was trying to watch it on Amazon, but yeah, they had the QR codes popping. They had everything going. These in black. You just had to watch it was playing too. They should have had the Raiders, man. Who was playing? It was the Jets. What's the wrong? I think it's the
Dolphins?
Jets. Yeah, Dolphins. They should have the Raiders, man. They should have had the team that dresses black. So that would be really cool from a marketing standpoint. But yeah, I thought it was success. Sure, it wasn't a good game. It did what it's supposed to do, and guys watched it, and that's what's about attention. And so now, you had the commercials that was showing, you had the QR codes, you had little side things pop up for what little I did see. So yeah, man, very interesting. I know you saw what Gary Vee talked about on CNBC and other places. I mean, what was he talking about, and what was his vision of what this is going to do this year?
He was basically saying that with the Super Bowl and other big sports events, you don't know who's watching and you don't know where they're watching from.
Mhm.
It's just this thing that happens. Suddenly, with Amazon, you can really tie into okay, we're talking about a huge sports event that's streaming. What does streaming do differently? They've got your information on your internet service provider, they've got your account, what else you like to watch, they've got your purchasing habits, they've got what else do I do with Amazon? They've got your live, if you're on Twitch, how many people were on Twitch that watched this game? Or is there a correlation between communities? Or is there not a correlation between communities? And this is a big thing about having all your data and being able to figure out who you are and what you can do and how we can sell to you. And not just how we can sell to you, if we were talking about the Big Brother thing a while ago, how we can influence and control you and coerce you to do things. So this is just an interesting step in terms of taking a lot of the mainstream and pulling it back down into the streaming world because sports was one of those last things that was existing completely in the analog linear TV world, whatever you want to call it. So that was his basic idea. That's hey, listen, now we can sell you things. We know that we might be able to tell that you switched your browser to something else during halftime or whenever this happened, or when you saw the QR code we saw that this many people hit the QR code. It's okay, why did this many people follow that QR code when we posted it as opposed to this one? Data analytics gone crazy. And yeah, this is an interesting tie into commerce also, where it's not just a family event. It's now like a family financial event of sorts.
Yeah, I just say Amazon, all these folks is evil. I'm realizing that more and more, man. Because look, it was great when there was money was flowing. I'm not saying money was cheap. Let's just put it that way. Inflation causes money to borrow money a lot more expensive. I'm noticing now, whereas credit card companies, they're just being more stickler about a lot of different things now, and they're trying to make sure things are paid on time. They reach out to you more frequently on text messages. So it's just how a lot of things are just getting tighter. When it was easy to buy stuff, when the inflation periods were a little bit were easier, when we had zero inflation, money was easy to buy. It was, and they were making it convenient to buy things. Fine, that's perfect. But it's too convenient to buy things now in a period where people need to watch their money a little bit more, in my opinion. And I think people are realizing as all these automated subscription services that we have. I forgot I had a ring service. It popped up like $100. I'm like, where did this come from? I like, crap, I forgot I had that a year ago. And so I think at least I am, and I'm hoping that I think a lot of folks, you were early to the game on this, but a lot of people are realizing things that are making it easier to buy and not necessarily something I really want to go the path of a lot of times. And Amazon just makes it way too easy, right? They got this one click button now, trying to get you on, you know, while you're watching TV, popping up stuff in the middle of the show. So it's almost scary what they're trying to do to
Yeah.
become what's happening with it. And the debt load for the US is growing. I think the credit card level is higher than it's ever been in this last year. And I'll get those numbers in a second. But anyway, yeah. So those are some of the things I see what they're doing. I just don't like it.
Definitely, and as we said, it's not just football. We said they aren't playing around for Black Friday. They've already got 2 other holidays, the Prime Days and the Big Deal Days, and now they've announced a home internet service coming. So, I don't know if me, but Amazon's been behind the scenes with their Amazon Web Services, allowing for these big companies to run their server operations and their computing operations behind the scenes with Amazon technology. So that's been happening for many years. They're going to flip that technology into a way to give people home internet. So low cost home internet from Amazon. Saying AT&T's messing with you, Verizon's messing with you, Fios, I don't know who else you got, Cox Cable, whoever else is out there with home internet. Amazon's about to be like, "Hey dog, we already got you on the Ring. We already got you on Amazon Prime. We know you like this. Why don't you hey, we'll send you some whole food groceries if you go ahead and get home internet. How about that?" So they're
No,
there.
they have to. They have to. They're starting to see some pressure. Have you heard Temu?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Temu, obviously from China, has a lot of deals, a lot of discount deals and coming for the Amazon market. So Amazon
Yeah.
has to expand what services they can offer, right? To your point, that food services, car services, they talked about healthcare, right? They're going to offer $9 healthcare, right? For
Oh,
people who
yeah,
need
yeah, the
access to
healthcare.
telehealth. So yeah, man, Amazon has to expand beyond just selling you goods and services, right? And they try to just sell their only brand, right? But now they're trying to get to other things because they're starting to see pressure. Let's say two things probably. It's saying less revenue because people don't have as much buying power, right? So that's decreasing. And they're going to see the cost being squeezed from the bottom because they're going to have more competitors, right? Like Temu and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But yeah, last year they said credit card debt in America has increased by 40 to 45 billion from Q1 of 2023. That represents a 4.6% increase in one quarter. So yeah, credit
Yeah.
card debt is increasing. The natural average credit card debt is around $5,700. Yeah, man, people are. I just telling you what I know, brother. So, brothers, I think a family of four, homeowner, living American dream is hard. It's a
Oh,
lot.
and really quickly on the sneak, Amazon is pushing AI hard on the sneak. So if you go to a lot of your product reviews, they'll have AI reviews there.
Mm.
And it's sneaking in there, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna have a little virtual salesman pop up. Hi, my name is Bob, the virtual salesman. I know you want this. And you're like,
Oh,
I
don't
do.
get me started, man. They got these video influencers that pop up talking about the product right now. So anyway, we digress. Amazon,
Yeah.
the devil. Oh,